Hello, my beautiful friends, and welcome back to the channel. I'm so excited to be here. Thank you guys so much for being here. What a great Saturday it is here in Southern California. Beautiful 80 degrees, nice warm summer day. I hope you guys are having a wonderful weekend and enjoying your Saturday. Guys, I'm in design mode, in project mode, making this beautiful beach-friendly ladder bracelet utilizing the supplies from my June Sparkle bag Seashores. I love this. I was thinking of this earlier and I'm like, oh yeah, no, I have to do a ladder. Of course, you guys know me. I mean, I cannot with my bracelets. I love bracelets. I love them more than anything. But guys, isn't this fabulous? And on that cording, oh my gosh, it's so lightweight, guys. And it's like it can go with just your shorts, your sundress. It's so flowy and beautiful. I love doing a ladder on cording. So this is the one half of my bracelet. We're going to make the other half together. And all I did, guys, was just a simple ladder pattern here with the beautiful 8mm Amazonite in the matte, and then those papaya whip. I love saying that's so fun. The papaya whip 4mm rondelles. I opted to use just two on my outside here on my ladder. Now, if you're not familiar with a ladder, you can modify this to just a pure design aesthetic. It's really no rules. If you want to have more skin showing and more space between your center bead, then you would add more on the outside. You can add like 3 or 4. It would be a much wider ladder. It's just a cool look any way you do it. So I used 2 of the 4mm in the papaya whip, and you can kind of see how much spacing I have between my Amazonite beads there. Not much. I wanted mine to be a little tighter. And that's what that's going to look like. It's just sensational. And the other thing I'm using, guys, is the cool link that you got if you got my Seashores bag. So it's just a cool link. You can use any link if you didn't get the bag. And then I'm using the Seafoam wax knotting cord that you got in Seashores. You can also use just some regular knotting cord, some cotton cord, whatever you've got will work. Any kind of cording that'll fit through your beads. You can also just use some beading wire if you would like. But I just like the way this just feels so flowy and beachy and summery. It's also so lightweight on the cording. Love it. And then I just have my own magnetic clasp here that I'm using. And so what I did, guys, we'll do the other side. We'll start and end it together. I'll show you a couple of runs if you're not familiar with a ladder, and then I'll fast forward and we'll finish the end off together. I just did a simple lark's head to get it started here. And then I did my ladder, and then I did some simple overhand knots. I did 3, and then I singed the end there. I did some singeing directly to that little loop on my magnetic clasp. So really, really simple. So I'm just using really 2 beads, the connector, a clasp, and some cording. Very minimal supplies. Just put like 5 supplies. So that's cool as a cucumber. I'll zoom you in before we get going here and show you what that looks like. Isn't that gorgeous, you guys? And you know, most people would say, hey, you know, this is the front of a lark's head. But for me, I think a lark's head is so beautiful, such a beautiful knot. I would consider either side, the front or the back. So to me, it's interchangeable with the different tones on this link as well. You know, I'm not mad at that. Either way I put it on, it's just gonna be so pretty. So that's what that's gonna look like on the other side. So let's get to it, guys. The supplies I'm gonna use for this project, of course, I'm gonna have my tweezers on standby here to do my knots at the end. I will use my lighter for our singeing, and then a really sharp pair of scissors, guys, to cut your cording. And that's all. That's all I'm working with. Now, guys, when I start out my cording, a little trick for you is, do you notice how I've cut them on an angle? That's helpful. It's helpful to make them, it's almost like a needle when you cut it on an angle like that. It's kind of a cool trick, but it's wax cording, so it won't give us any trouble anyway. So I also cut just a little bit less than a ruler length, so a little less than 12 inches for each side of my bracelet. Okay, so to get started, I will pull you down and let's get to it. So to get started, guys, let me see what side is this. This is the front. So I will marry up my ends here, and then I am going to take folding, I folded it in half, right? My cording. I'm going to now grab my tails, put them underneath this link to bring them to the top. And then I'm going to grab this side of my cording, put my fingers through the loop here, and then I'm going to grab those tails and just go ahead and pull them right through that loop. And we'll just make a simple lark's head, just like that. And that's what we have. Now, I will put 2 of the 4 millimeters down each cord. And then we'll pick a beautiful flower amazonite. I was kind of intentional over here, kind of trying to mix them up a little bit. So pretty. Love that flower amazonite for the summer months. It's just a beautiful gemstone. So now I'm just putting 2. And again, if you want to have a little bit more spacing, you would also have a little bit more skin showing through. You would just put more beads on the outside. And now what we're going to do is we're going to grab an amazonite. So I'm going to grab one of my amazonites here. And so I'm going to go from right to left and then left to right. So I'm going to grab one cord and I'm going to go from right to left through my bead with my cord. Okay, just like that. Now I'm going to grab the other cord and I'm going to go from left to right through the bead going the opposite direction. So I've got my tail coming out here, right? I went from right to left. Now I'm going to take this guy and put him through going from left to right. And there comes my tail. And now I will grab my tails and I'll go ahead and pull. And there we go. And we're just going to continue to repeat this for the pretty much entire project. Now, when I get to the end, what I am going to do is I am going to stop with 2 of my 4 millimeters. And then I'll show you what we're going to do. We'll do an overhand knot, and then we'll add our clasp as well. So I'm going to just do that exact same thing. So I'm going to add 2 of my 4 millimeters here. On that strand, and then I'll do the same thing over on this strand. And so there we go. And now I'll grab another amazonite and I will put my cording right through my bead, going from right to left. And now I will grab the other cord and I'm going to go from left to right through the bead. And so my tails are coming out opposite sides there. And I'll just pull my tails. And there we go. And I'm just going to go ahead, guys, and continue this to my desired length. And then we'll finish it off. I'll show you what I did to finish it off. I hope you guys enjoy and are inspired to make a beautiful ladder bracelet with this gorgeous Seashores bag, or with any beautiful beads that you have, for that matter. And in fact, I think everything I'm working with, guys, bag extras, I have. I know I've got the links. I've got some more of the gemstones. I might have some more of the papaya whip. You can check my store, see if there are any of those left. But I know I've got the links, and I think I should have some of the seafoam cording as well. There we go. And I'm just going to continue on. I'll fast forward here, guys, and we'll see you back in a minute. Okay, guys, so I'm putting on my last Amazonite now. And, oh my gosh, it's so pretty. And then I'll finish it off with the last two rondelles. And we'll tie this guy off and see what we have. What a beautiful color palette this is. Could use pretty much any of your smaller beads, or the bicones even that came in the bag would work. So that's what I've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's what I've got, guys. Oh, I cannot. Now, if you need to tighten things up a little bit, that's when we do this. Straighten things out. That's when we do it. Make sure everything looks the way we want it to look. And then I'm going to finish with 2 of our little teeny tots here on each strand. And there's lots of ways you can finish this off. I'm just doing it the easy way. I'm doing it the easy way today. Just doing a couple overhand knots. So there's 2 down that strand. And we'll put 2 down this strand to end it. And I'll just literally do a regular overhand knot here, guys. And then I'm just trying to basically make sure I go ahead and center my knot here, basically. And I will put it around. Let's make sure we're gonna be okay here. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I'm gonna do another knot here just for security. Then I'm gonna take both of these guys, I'm gonna flush cut them. And now I'm going to grab the little loop portion of my magnetic clasp. And I'm just gonna put both my tails up through it. Now you can also throw a jump ring on here if you want. What are you doing? Okay, make sure you're not twisted. Okay, so I'm just gonna put that through there. And now I'm just gonna do basically an overhand knot here. But before I snug this up, I do need to see where it needs to be. I think it needs to be down about right there. But before I commit to that, I am going to double check. Okay, looks like that might be about right. It's about right. Maybe a little snugger, just a tiny bit. So I'll pull that down just a smidge. About right there. Now snug that up. Excuse me, guys. And now I am going to do couple of literal overhand regular, like I'm tying my shoe knots. Can do them any way you want, guys. There we go. So there's 2. Now I am going to cut those pretty close, singe them, and we're all done. I hope you guys enjoyed and are inspired. And we'll be careful not to burn my finger. There we go. Nice and tidy. And there we go, guys. That's what we have. Isn't that beautiful? I love it. Love it. We have to do the try-on test. Let's see. Let's see what beautiful thing I made. Making beautiful things, guys. Beautiful things. I love these magnetic clasps. They're so awesome for the summer. And there we go, guys. Project 2 under our belt. A beautiful, I think, absolutely gorgeous ladder bracelet with that link connector. Isn't that sensational? Hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, have an awesome rest of your weekend, and we will see you in the next video. Until then, friends, be blessed.